No, it's like good stats. Again, about how
HFFL! The clown is in the building, baby! The clown is in the building! Week 10, and I tell you, I really do realize the clowniness of my behavior, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to not do it. Like James White really did leave for 7 series, and you really want to win the game. So, you're bummed out, really injury. Bummed out. Ben Roethlisberger, Jakey and Olger. Ben Roethlisberger looked like it was a broken clavicle. I swear, like Aaron Rodgers, the whole gas from last year. But I guess
Bill Simmons did a whole thing about how Ben Roethlisberger looked like a guaranteed broken collarbone and that he rose from the dead, and any other quarterback would not have come in for another play, let alone the rest of the game. But fuck you, you're a clown. Fuck you, you're a clown.
Just got to embrace it because I realize it. And I think what it is I'm so used to being a loser and not having this type of success that I don't know how to harness it,
Enjoy it, man.
Whatever.
Breathe it in. Take it all in.
Whatever.
I don't have to go complaining about it.
Well, welcome to the wrap-up show. Excited to be tucking you in on a Wednesday night. Late night at the Lair.
I love
late night at the Lair. Jakey on the road, Minneapolis. How are you? Have a great...
Could we throw out a quick thank you to fucking Wallace? I'm here. I'm in Minneapolis. I'm still here for the show. This fucking guy committed to the show on last week. He thought the show was on Friday. He committed to the show on Friday, for Friday. Then he committed on the show on Sunday. And then today, why would I expect Wallace to know that tonight is his first cousin's wedding? Why would I expect anything of Wallace? This fucking guy. Dan, when you're done, give him that outfit because he's a fucking clown. He's a clown. And that's that.
Put it on the shelf and get ready for the clown dawning. Each week we'll have another clown,
That's not a bad idea. That's not a clown of the week.
We're shaming. We're clowning. It's just, it's mayhem. And we're in the thick of a playoff hunt and a playoff race. All but 9 teams have a shot to get in our opinion, And, my opinion leads me to takeaway time. I think my takeaway is 3 teams are eliminated. Maybe not mathematically, but 3 teams are eliminated.
Right now at this point?
Irving Sassoon eliminated, in my opinion. I know he wants to run the table. Don't know what the AJ Green thing was. Don't know, but I don't want to give you shit. And how did that happen? How did that flash? How did that flash upon my screen? Baldwin for AJ Green. What happened? I don't know. I'm trying to win now and some shit like that. All right.
You led right into my takeaway, by the way.
So Irving, just one thing. Let's just recap it. Irving eliminated. Mike C eliminated. Allo eliminated.
Everyone else has a chance?
Everybody else has a chance.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody else has a chance.
Even at the bye, they all have a chance.
What do you think, J-Dog? Your takeaway.
You led right into my takeaway. My takeaway is that Allo and Mike and the disgustingness of their teams have actually put a bit of a damper on the league this year. Between 2 teams giving away 16 wins, it's unacceptable. It's unheard of. I checked back. I went to the stats. It's never happened in the history of the HFFL that we've had 2 1-8 teams at this juncture. It's
mind-blowing stat. Mind-blowing stat.
That's unbelievable.
It is literally disgusting. They are handing anytime somebody plays them, it's an automatic win, and it is creating chaos at the top of the league because if you're playing them, you get the automatic win, and if you're playing somebody else, it's a challenge, and it's just not fair. You take
we
a
all
look
have
at
Allo
this week. I played Allo, automatic win. You had what's it called? You had Mike out there playing Nate Peterman, automatic win. Me and Nay, if you look, we jumped to 1st and 5th.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere. Why? Because we had automatic wins. Granted, Irv became a little bit of an automatic win. He's trying to do his best. 60 points is just bouchard. But if you look next week, I'm looking ahead, and I am so disgusted and I'm so disappointed, I should say, that I don't get to play either of these teams twice. I got to play Matthews's and Dano twice, and it puts me at an unfair advantage. So these guys are ruining the league. As far as Irving, making these trades and us not being happy, He's attempting to win week after week, where you have a guy like Mike who's going out saying, oh, I'm not going to go give this other guy a great team. But by doing that, he's giving away wins every week. So
I respect Mike C in that one, though. I respect Mike C
more. I don't at all. Make your team better. Don't stop caring about another team. Make your team better. Your job is to put out the best possible team, and that's it. Your job is not to worry about if you give Olger too good of a team. That's not your job. Make the playoffs. Get out of the cellar. That's your job. Hold on. We just had a trade occur. Actually.
Oh my goodness!
What are you talking about?
I guess we have to touch on that, right? We have to
Yeah,
see what it is.
Live action.
Please don't.
Julio. Andrew Luck and Robert Woods from Nate Peterman going to Aloe for Julio.
Okay.
And also
interesting scenario right here. I think Aloe got some right after shitting on him, and he's not making a move. He makes a move. Wow.
You got Andrew Luck.
So
and Robert Woods. That's a good trade.
Right after shitting on him that he didn't make a move, he went ahead and made a move for this week.
That's an excellent trade. That's an excellent trade.
Glad to see that.
For both.
Who does Nate have at quarterback that he's right?
Carson Wentz. Yes, Carson Wentz.
And he has Fitzmagic. And Nate's got 100 quarterbacks. Great move
That's
by
a
Nate.
scary team right now. That means
great move by Nate Peterman there. Also quality move by Aloe, getting two quality players. Robert Woods is a WR1, in return.
He's got Julio and Hopkins now, Nate. Wow, Julio and Nook. It's a great combo. It's a great one too.
Fitz and Wentz.
Tremendous 1-2 punch. And Fitz and Wentz, tremendous.
Jones and Matt until he gets injured again.
Tremendous.
This week he'll get injured.
Tremendous. But I also think Aloe did a good job too. I think Aloe did a good job also.
Aloe did what he had to do. Aloe did exactly what
he great pickup.
He gets Andrew Luck and he gets Robert Woods. Robert Woods is a WR1.
Absolutely.
It's a WR1. It's so exciting to watch Robert Woods. He's probably so frustrated that on Julio Jones. You ship him.
And he got Andrew Luck.
Yeah, it's a great trade by Aloe. Mariota's not going to start this week. Alex Smith's got a great matchup versus Tampa Bay. Great move by Aloe.
But exciting to have the little alert, guys, come up and a live trade. Unbelievable.
I feel like they waited.
We're tucking you in week 10, Wednesday night. Tuck in music. So
Dan, we should throw out a quick thank you to them because they're fans of the shows. They definitely waited to get that live, and I appreciate that.
Much appreciated. The commissioners appreciate you. The commissioners appreciate you there. We
got 5 live viewers right now.
New segment alert. We think, I got to tell you, at this juncture, week 10, Jakey curated a new segment for the Kahal that I think is just tremendous. Let's take it away.
Contenders or pretenders?
Coming at you.
Love
it. This segment is actually it was inspired by Jack Joko, actually. Jack Joko inspired this. I was talking to him last week, and he called my team a pretender, and it got me thinking. There's 9 teams right now, like Dan said, in the mix, from 4-5 to 6-2-1. Everybody's got a chance here, and who do we think is a contender and who's a pretender?
Love it.
Go through it from 9 all the way up to 1, and just quickly we'll throw out the name and say contender or pretender. If you have any insight, add it, and we'll go from there. So the first team that we have is DTS. So I'm going to look at this team, and I'm going to say pretender.
I'm going to say pretender also. Even though stock up, pretender.
I'm going contender. I think all those guys can have a nice finish to the season.
Okay. Next up is Little Connors. Ogre, start with you.
Lil Connors, that's a contender for sure. He made a nice move. He upped his wide receiver. He got rid of one of his nice running backs. And I think, all his holes are filled.
Contender.
For sure.
I really think this guy's a contender.
Time. Beautiful move.
He has a very, very scary team. Golden to Tutors and Devontae Adams, to see them on his squad, Very tough. And look at his RBs. So you ship away Saquon, but you have Connor and Michelle. Contender.
Mm-hmm.
You guys said it all. I'm going to agree. That's a three-peat on this contender. DKs and Jack are contenders. That's for sure.
Oh, they're going to be pissed. I'll tell you. But maybe they're happy too, you know? Teslas are us.
Moving on, we got Teslas are us. I'll start with Teslas are us, and I'm going to say pre-fucking tender. You know why?
Big time.
His lineup's not so bad. But this guy, Ishab, is just a bad manager. And he is a pretender. He cannot start the right guy for the fucking life of him. And because of that, I'm going to say pretender. Whether or not he has the best player in fantasy this year or not, he's a fucking pretender. Let's move on. Dano, what do you think?
Pretender. 100%. You thought the wedding mazal would carry him. It actually led him to a very painful loss. Very painful loss to Ogre last week. Pretender.
Yeah, pretender. He doesn't have a lot of pieces. His only anchor is Mahomes, and he's trying to put the ship together, and he just can't do it.
Matthews is
Dano, you lead with Matthews.
Contender. As much as it fucking kills me, he's a contender. The guy's good, great team. Slip at in the standings that Ty fucked him a little, you know, on the hot seat. So it's interesting to see maybe this guy doesn't get in or Lil Connors doesn't get in. Don't want to see either of those guys in the playoffs. He's a contender. He's my second biggest contender here, in my opinion.
He's definitely a contender. He's got some boom pieces, and his quarterbacks are nice.
J-Dog.
He's definitely a contender. He's got an easy win this week also on top of it. But, yeah, his two quarterbacks are the best in the league. He's got Odell. He's got Karimi. I mean, this guy's definitely a contender. I have some stats on the Matthews. Should I deliver them now or should we deliver it later? We'll deliver them later.
Deliver now. Deliver now. Contender Pretender is an amazing segment. Deliver now.
The stats that we had when we were supposed to have Wallace on, I had an interview segment for him because of Zeke's cockiness and how Zeke's been talking such a big game about how he drafted this team and how good he is. So just a couple of quick stats about the Matthews is under Wallace's tutelage, who's a complete clown, but Wallace's tutelage. In the last 6 years, Wallace has made the playoffs 5 times. 5 times. In those 5, the only time he didn't was last year when Odell Beckham, and he had other injuries, but Odell Beckham Jr. got hurt early in the season. It's for his number 1 pick. On top of that, in those 5 years, he made the semis 5 times. Never lost in the first round of the playoffs. Never lost in the first round of the playoffs. Made the finals twice and won the championship once. How Zeke has the audacity to shit all over his brother is just an embarrassment. I'd love to get Wallace's take on that down the road sometime. You know, what he thinks about, you know, Zeke and shambling him and his partner, you know, not having his back. But that's for another day. But the Matthews have been contenders for a while, and they continue to be contenders. Moving on, Nate Peterman.
Unbelievable stats. Good work.
You lead us off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say pretender. Wow. His running backs, I don't think are gonna be able to hold him up, and that's it.
I think this guy's a contender. Did what he needed to do with Fitzpatrick there, and then he ships Luck like he needs to ship him. Must have been tough to say goodbye to Robert Woods, but Julio and Nook as a 1-2 punch, just crazy. If his RBs hold up, I think he's a contender.
I'm going to agree with Ogie. I think he's a complete pretender. He won 4 in a row, but I think he's a pretender. I think what he was in the beginning of the year is what his team actually is, and he got rid of his most consistent player in Robert Woods. Pretender.
Wow.
Pretender.
Wow. Okay.
Moving on up. The Ogres. I'll start with the Ogres here. Before the trade, I would have actually said contender. With the trade, I still say contender. I think Ogres' team is definitely a contender. Kittle solidified the team here as one of the top tight ends. I think that was a huge fill-in from early in the season that just really just helped strengthen this guy's team. If Dez or AJ hit, great. If they don't hit, I still think he's got a great team. So I don't know. I just think the only pull here is Aaron Rodgers. What's he gonna do? I think this is a contender.
I think this guy's a pretender. I think just tremendous amounts of just moves. I can't fucking keep up. I think he's just plugging and playing. Seems awesome. I think there's a big problem in that receiving core, in my opinion, with consistency. And I love what you did with Saquon. Love what you said. But I think you're a pretender.
Special teams. I think that's the difference.
Special teams is tough for you.
Tough for me. What are you talking about? Winning
Chicago. You have Chicago.
Every week.
And that is the difference. Yeah.
We'll skip Olger on this because it's himself.
Yeah,
Let's move on. We move on to Token Liberal. They're not first this week.
Who's leading?
start with
I'm
you.
going to say pretender. I had Drew Brees last year. He cannot carry a team, and that's what he was doing in the first half of the season for him. I don't think he's going to keep it up. His receivers are questionable, all questionable, and his RB2 is. I mean, he's got cooked now. So, but I'm going to say pretender.
Okay.
I'm gonna agree with you on the pretender. I think it's hard to call a guy a pretender that has Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara, but I just think that that the rest of the team is just not there. Yeah, Tyler Boyd might get some carries, might get some touches. Sorry, looks. I had a few drinks, boys, but it's just I don't see it. The rest of the team. He's got Edelman and MVS, and he's got Latavius Murray and Dalvin Cook. To me, that's a problem. Who you start? Who's gonna get the carries? I don't love that. OJ Howard, Blake Bortles. Bortles is hurt. I don't want a healthy Bortles. I don't want to hurt Bortles. This team is stacked down, and I don't know. I just think they're major pretenders.
Well, it's stock down. I think these guys are a contender. I love the Dalvini and Latavius move. I think you start Dalvin unless he's out, and then you start Latavius. I think he's showed a lot of explosiveness, and I went up against his receiving core without Tyler Boyd, and it's explosive. Edelman, dude, Brady fucks Edelman. It's crazy. And then MVS is amazing, and now he just got a real RB2 if he stays healthy. So I think contender here.
You traded away some of that receiving core that you're referring to, though.
Right, but I like Edelman, Boyd, and MVS.
Gotcha. Right,
like
last week. Right. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Without Boyd.
Next up, we have the contender. I don't even think we need to get into it, but we have the contender. I think everybody's contending to compete with this contender. So I say Dano contender. Clearly.
Contender, yes, contender. Yes.
Move on.
Full of west of the bed.
Yeah, I'm going to say pretender.
Wow.
I'm going to go with pretender. I think I'm going to beat him this week. I think I'm going to move up in the standings, and I think he's just going to keep moving down. I don't think Fournette's going to hold up. And, I mean, his quarterbacks are rough, but got Watson on the bye, so.
I think pretender also.
First place pretender.
First place pretender. I don't see this team going all the way. So I don't think it could contend for a championship for that reason. I'm out.
Okay. Moving on.
What a segment, I tell you. Wow. So, I think on that note, let's go to what happened around the league here this week. A lot of action on the wire. Trades also galore, which was pretty crazy. Take us through here, J-Dog.
Okay, so I don't think there was anything major on the waiver wire that I cared about too much. I think the trades made obviously a much bigger difference. I think Olga primed himself for huge play. I didn't love Dez so much, a few days ago. Then he signed with the most explosive offense in the league. So, having Dez and AJ and one of those coming back could be a WR1 that just infuses into a playoff team already is huge. Shocked he dropped Dante Foreman. He's been holding on to him for the last 90 years. But, those two there are definitely huge potential pickups for Olger. I understand what everything's doing. I understand everybody. I understand DK and the league's uproar. You see a guy like Doug Baldwin who literally can't score more than 8 points and the team doesn't throw downfield being traded for AJ. But AJ's hurt, and we don't know what the scenario is. If we had a crystal ball, yeah, it's a bad trade. If they're healthy, obviously it's a terrible trade. But they're not healthy. That's why he did it. So I understand that. I don't love John Ross as a pickup, but I'm playing him this week, so that's a good thing. And what I like doesn't usually work out. So I think Olger helped improve his team in a big way. I think people finally got to notice this week, though, in terms of waiver wire, that defenses are important. You saw guys playing the matchups in a major way. When you started looking at some of these pickups, guys going for a lot. The Jets went for a lot. Philly surprisingly went for a lot, but Philly went for a lot. Playing Dallas this week, I didn't expect that, but just defenses were being picked up all over. And then I did now just quickly looking at this trade. I think Ney made a great move in getting Julio, but I think Woods has been so consistent, and Luck has been his luck. I don't know. I wouldn't have gotten rid of him. Fitzmagic is great, and he throws up those garbage time points, but you never know what could happen. He could have a 4-interception game. So he put himself from, he took himself from consistency to boom or bust, which I think is a very interesting scenario there for Ney.
He doesn't have the depth anymore. He doesn't have a lot of depth now.
Yeah, he definitely lost that depth, but I don't blame the guy. I probably would have done the same to try and contend with some of the guys at the top because, like I said, I thought he was a pretender. So he's, if he could get that boom, then he automatically becomes that contender. So that's my thoughts on the waiver wire.
He arguably got the best player in the trade, though, so that's what he's thinking. Julio. But Woods has been sick.
He did. You're right.
Woods,
he did.
I don't know. You could argue it the other way. Also, Woods has been sick, and Luck has been sick. But I hear a lot of he's buying still low on. No, never mind. That's not.
I think the most scared team should be Mike C. I think Al's moving up big time.
Yeah.
I think Mike C's got to go.
Al really solidified himself as really trying to hunker down and not finish in last place here. And Mike C's just it's a bouchard already. It really is.
Jeff Bezos has plenty of funds to dip into over there, so don't worry.
So shame to Mike C. We know he doesn't watch the show anymore, and he's given up. Basically,
fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. So
fuck that guy in the horse he rode in on, Dan.
Yeah. Week 10, baby. Week 10. Let's get into the matchups. No, get into the matchups. How?
I think, Dan, it behooves us to touch back on those two major matchups that we had last week before we came in to week 10. We had two crazy week 9 matchups that really made such a difference in the standings. Major shakeups. One involving you. 1 point win over Tolkien Liberal. I gotta tell you, that was entertainment at its finest. We were gonna shame you for your clowniness, but you clowned yourself, so you're good to go. But wow! I don't even know what to say about that. You really had this in the bag. Everyone thought until Breeze and Kamara combined for a 66 in the 4 o'clock games. Just goes to show you never know what you got. OJ Howard was huge for Isaac, but the key to the whole thing was definitely Burton Trubisky. I mean, Trubisky put up a 7. He had a terrible week. But at the end of the game, when it mattered for Dano most, he connected with the guy that mattered for Dano most, and that was the difference in the game. Outside of course, Minnesota D, which was karma. Got it from Isaac, right? So that was fantastic. Put up a 22. That had to hurt. 2, I don't think the league has ever seen a team lose 2 straight by 1 point. 1 on a pick 6 that to an extra point, and then 1 this way. Heartbreak hotel for Isaac and Murray, but that's the way the HFFL crumbles, boys.
Yeah, Hazid, he dropped down to 3rd, and his stock is down. Very tough.
This was fantasy football at its finest.
Yeah, it really was, dude. It was a slugfest, back and forth, back and forth. It was crazy. Yeah, and not only do you lose, if you won, he's points leader and $300 richer. Crazy.
That was really a beautiful matchup.
Next matchup, Jay. Oh, this was a doozy.
Yeah, you hit this one. This is the test.
This was a doozy.
I was standing in front of my fucking TV, watching Dak Prescott lead this offense down the field, and Zeke Elliott on every play not touching the ball, and I was praying.
It was insane.
I was shaking.
It was insane. Clear will ability. He busts out the first 2 drives of the game. The first quarter, this guy was shot out of a cannon. 8-yard gain, 12-yard gain. I'm at the gym. I'm like, wow, that guy has it. But you just can never ever take it for granted and not be willing, and not it's what it's all about. It's all about will ability, and the guy just hit a wall, stopped dead in his tracks. And it ends up being a blowout, 2.5 point blowout.
My team dudded. My entire team dudded, except for the bottom half.
Yeah. Special teams, like you said, special teams. And
how does this guy start Chris Carson? He was right coming into the game.
Yeah, it was bad.
That was bad because he made the trade for Jordan Howard.
Yeah.
It was tough.
At Buffalo, that's a Jordan Howard game. Right
That's a Jordan Howard game. That's a Jordan Howard game. Like you alluded to, Jakey. he's pushing all the wrong buttons. You don't trust him as a GM. Well, so that's why he's pretender. That's the bottom line. You think he's gonna fade. That's why I should be a pretender. I'm a clown.
This matchup was also a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Crazy. Moving on to week 10 now. Moving ahead. I think what we really want to do here is just break down game of the week here. Let's see what we got here.
Gotta be you and DK.
Yeah. Right.
Hell of a matchup there.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the top 2 projected points for the week.
Yeah. So take us through here, game of the week. What are you thinking here, J-Do?
So it's always so hard for me to pick against Dano. It just is. But I'm looking at it this week, and for some reason, I have this odd feeling that DK might pull this off. He seems to get the better of Dan a lot of times unnecessarily. And I think is the key to Dano's team. And no feeling this week is big. No Minnesota D. Two big players that are off here for Dano. He does have the Jets, Buffalo against the Jets, which is an interesting scenario now with McCown. But I like DK in this one. I think Sony Michel's going to play. I hope. I don't know. Not I hope. I don't really care actually. But I think Mike Evans bounces back from his 1.5 performance. I don't know what that was about. He's got Devontae going against Miami, and I think his receivers do up Dano's receivers without feeling this week. I think his quarterbacks between Goff and Carr against the Chargers will be better than Ben and Trubisky. I just think Dan's running backs will be a little bit better because Gurley's the best player by far in the matchup. And I don't know. I think DK actually takes this one, which would be very interesting if that actually does happen.
No, I think Dano sticks to his winning ways. I think tomorrow night's going to be a doozy with Ben and AB on Dano's team. And he's got Connor.
Against Connor,
that's a beautiful thing.
Very wild.
And you got Shepard on Monday night. You're joining me and Jakey's party.
Yeah, but I'm nervous about this guy, Shepard. I'll tell you that much. I'm nervous about him. But, okay. Matchup of the week. It's split here. 1 for Dano, 1 for Kaskisi, Manisi, Dogivisi, Televisi. Okay. Fullers and Ogres. It's just me here. Wow. I think Ogres wins because of Saquon Barkley. Allo Trader Irv after the trade. Jakey.
So I'm just looking quickly. Sorry about my delay. I like Allo here after the trade.
Yeah, dude. He gets to really show off his new set of wheels with Andrew Luck and Robert Woods. I think Woods has a big game, and I think Luck might have a tough matchup with Jacksonville, but he's home, and Jacksonville's leaky at the end of the day. Not as good as they, I like Allo and Irv. There's not much to like about his team these days.
I'm actually impressed. I'm impressed by what Irv did here, getting to start, now.
Because he got Tyreek.
He's got 2 good receivers in Cup and Hill. He's
great receivers, right?
Running backs and Ingram and Eckler. I mean, I'm impressed. I don't know why. I just think that Al's gonna push it through with it for that trade.
You're right. You're really right. You did a great job here, Irv. Sorry for Jekyll and hiding. It's the clowniness, but he really did a good job. He really did a good job here. At the end of the day, he's piecing together a nice lineup. Tyreek, Cup, Phil Rivers. He has some guys. Ertzi, Pooh, Kangaroo, Dalton real.
New Orleans.
This is going to be a sneaky doozy. How about a sneaky doozy matchup?
What do you got?
At the end of the day, I like Allo.
Yeah, I like Allo also.
Tesla. Do we do Teslas? What do we got here? Lindsay's we did. DTS. We did Teslas or no?
No.
No way.
You know what? We should not do this one. They both have guys missing from their lineup. Fuck them.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but we got to do it. We got to do it. I like Nate Peterman here. Don't be fooled by the nook on by. I like his running backs this week, and I like him.
I like Eshab. I think Patrick Mahomes, and I think Zeke is gonna make a nice comeback.
Zeke's not in the matchup.
Zeke Elliott.
Wow.
What up?
I like Nate Peterman here just because I hate edge receivers. I don't know. Juju, Taquan, and Mike Williams. I mean, I don't know what that's about. So, I don't know. I just happen to like Nate Peterman just for that reason alone.
Okay. Nate Peterman. And DTS, token liberal.
I'm going to go here with DTS just because token liberal is spiraling. So I'm going to go with DTS.
I like token liberal to right the ship here. Kamari, Poe, and Breeze, I think they're going to have a huge game.
I like DTS. I think Michael Thomas continues his fantasy team winning ways.
Okay.
He could carry a team by himself.
Okay. And then just, you can't even spend time on it because this guy's such a clown. Yeah. Matthews has zero trouble with Salty X Commish. And
Josh Rosen.
I think the new Mike segment should be, will he break 100?
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Can't get to him. He doesn't watch the show.
Don't be fooled. He watches the show.
Terrible.
This guy watches the show. And
done with week 9. Looking ahead to week 10. Thursday night coming at you hot. Tuck it in Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us. How?